In a claim that has stirred up intense speculation, Russia's Foreign Intelligence Agency, the SVR, says that powerful Western nations have secretly met with top Ukrainian officials to discuss replacing President Volodymyr Zelensky. Well, the alleged meeting, according to Russian sources, wasn't held in any official government building, but somewhere in an undisclosed luxury resort in the Alps, far away from the public eye. So, what's the story, and should the world be paying attention? Let's talk about that. As per Russian reports, the talk involved officials from the US, the UK, and high-ranking members of Zelensky's own inner circle, including his chief of staff and Ukraine's intelligence head. You know, what is the reported goal? The goal is to replace Zelensky with somebody seen as more acceptable by both Western backers and frustrated Ukrainians. And the name floated as the possible replacement, Valery Zelensky, Ukraine's former top security commander and, at one point, the most popular figure in the entire country. But the question is, why would the West want Zelensky out? Specifically, after backing him for over 2 years in the war against Russia. Well, according to the SVR's version of events, Zelensky is no longer seen as effective. With military aid to Ukraine stalling in the United States Congress and growing frustration over battlefield losses and political tensions, some in the West allegedly see Zelensky as an obstacle, somebody who's clinging to power, unwilling to compromise, and struggling to maintain political unity inside Ukraine. Now, in comparison, Zelensky is described as calm, disciplined, and more appealing to both Western leaders and war-weary Ukrainians. Now, to add another twist, then SVR alleges that a recent anti-corruption law pushed by Zelensky, a law that critics say weakened oversight, is being used as political ammo. Some believe that this controversial law is now being framed as evidence of Zelensky's failure to fight corruption, giving Western powers a reason or maybe an excuse to promote change at the top. Now, let's be clear here, these are claims made by Russia's intelligence service and not confirmed by any kind of fact. Neither the US nor the Ukraine has publicly acknowledged any such meeting. But in the world of high-stakes geopolitics, even a whisper of leadership change sends shockwaves through international circles. Well, what makes this even more interesting is the timing. Ukraine is preparing for a brutal winter phase of the war. Military resources are running thin, and political unity at home is being tested. In the meantime, Russia is watching closely and some say trying to exploit any sign of weakness or division in Kyiv. So, is this real power shift in making or just another piece of disinformation in an ongoing war of narrative? At the moment, there is no clear answer, but what is certain is that in Ukraine's battle for survival, the fight is happening not just on front lines, but also behind closed doors, in quiet mountain retreats and in the heart of country's own people.